youngster Tichaona Chipunza. Kabi Kamapa gets the start to the tall midfielder. And up front, Hilary Bakacheza, Courage Denias and Felix Kuswatuka. Can they do some damage here this afternoon? Biggie Zuze and his technical team. They've got to produce something special here if they're to get a victory. William Afumo, the centre-back and captain for Triangle, with the Didier Drogba style hairstyle. That's do play extra time if it's tied after 90 minutes. They're playing for this glittering trophy, the One Wallet Cup. $80,000 for the winners and $50,000 for the runners-up. Blue sky with a bit of cloud around. It's a very grey day yesterday in the capital. The sun is out, but it's not too hot. The battle commences for the One Wallet Trophy. $80,000 at stake. Dynamos kick us off. Chitio. Pangamisa with another tempting touch, but that's a put behind by Tichaona Chipunza. Well, Alamenda was sent flying, but because of the position, the referee decides to play the advantage. Good call. Charles Makoto was the offender. Now Dynamos get themselves another corner kick. A lively start to this game. So Mafumo is the captain, watching out for Rapaka Misa. It's Rusike's corner. Too much power on that one. Nelson. They come forward. Chipunza, I think he's going to be a key man if he can get going. Number 8, Tichaona Chipunza for Triangle. Here he is, Nelson now. Denier. Now this is a good opportunity. Nelson can crack them. He's one of the players behind the ball. Praise Tonna. Really good from the set pieces. Jimmy Zingai is there as well, one of these centre-backs. It's Praise Tonna! It's on target! Felix Kuswatuka! Triangle have taken the lead. It's Felix Kuswatuka! 19 minutes into the game. Mukuruma is beaten. They've done it. And Dynamos have had so many half chances but failed to convert. And from the free kick, Triangle get the lead. Now Dynamos really on the offensive. Mangorimbo's got hurt. Tichaona Chipunza was in the tussle. Chipunza brings down the very experienced Thomas Mangorimbo. Doing what he does best. Chipunza. Bakacheza. Doesn't want to give it to Nelson. It's still Hilary Bakacheza. The midfield anchored by Charles Makoto. Also there Kabi Kamapa and Tichaona Chipunza. And the strikers Courage Denias, Felix Kuswatuka and Hilary Bakacheza. With Tembadlov at the back. Tonna, he's great with these crosses, but that's not his best. Chipunza. Chip from Chipunza. Went a bit wayward. Now they come with Mutuma. Bakacheza. Right across the face of goal. Flag up for offside. Chipunza getting involved, this 20-year-old. There is some grit in midfield for Triangle. Kuswatuka. Chipunza. Offside against Hilary Bakacheza. Kuswatuka. Kamapa. Chipunza. Playing with some confidence, our Triangle. Nelson. Charles Makoto, Tichaona Chipunza threads it through. Kuswatuka, Courage Denius. We're seeing passing football from Triangle in this second half, but Nelson with a stray ball. Muparati. Mudimu out of his box. The weather's being kind to these players. It hits 32 degrees in the capital midweek. But we had a bit of, well, quite a lot of rain yesterday that's brought the temperature down to mid-20s. Rusike past Tona! That could have won the cup for Dynamos, but Mutuma couldn't make contact. Still they have chances. Chipunza clears. Triangle have narrowed the gap. That means they're having more of the ball in the second half. They burst forward with Chipunza. The numerical disadvantage not really telling at the moment for Triangle. They're still able to come forward now and then. We're into the final 10 minutes as Tichaona Chipunza injured in the clash with Augustin Barra. So he's now operating as the left back, and he was doing a good bit of overlapping in that move. They've only got one more substitution to make. Number 1 Dynamos fan looking on rather anxiously. If anybody scores in these final, 9 minutes plus stoppage time, that would probably seal the victory. Chipunza will have to soldier on, but he's going to get some assistance from the medics, so they're down to 9 men now, our Triangle. Chipunza. Free kick to Triangle. It's a gallant performance from Biggie Zuze's boys. So that was a stoppage of 2 minutes, so we've got to play probably up to 96 minutes before the referee blows. Chipunza. Not much urgency there. Chitio. Tichaona Chipunza. Pakamisa's back in midfield at the moment for Dynamos. Chipunza concedes the throw-in, a chance for Dynamos to move men up. Sekete still looks like he's got plenty of energy. Chipunza gets there ahead of him. Free kick given to Triangle. Pushed by Cliff Sekete. That was right in front of the assistant referee on that far side, Brighton Nyika. Yellow for Cliff Sekete. But this boy has not really hit top form this season, Cliff Sekete. Gondo. Struggling to hold on to the ball at times, Dynamos, and wasteful with good chances up front. Bakacheza still has the running. It's a weak cross. Chafa looking for Gondo, he's onside, and Nesu Gondo. Well, Chipunza was shifted to this left-back position and has done very well there after Jimmy Zingai was sent off. Magorimbo's a decent one, the keeper commits and he misses. Sekete, throw in. Well, surprisingly, the referee has not played the 3 minutes of extra time, and we are going to a penalty shootout in the One Wallet final. After 120 minutes of football, it remains a deadlock. Dynamo's 1, Triangle 1. Tafadzwa, Rusike, the left winger, loads of experience. Tension mounting all the time. Tafadzwa, Rusike, oh, he's put it wide! Rusike has missed! After an excellent game and one of the most experienced players in the Dynamo squad, he takes the walk of shame. Oh dear. I mean, the keeper hardly moved, but almost the whole goal to aim at. And he strokes it well wide, and a chance for Triangle to seize the initiative. Looks like Tichaona Chipunza. It's Chipunza, the 20-year-old, another youngster under scrutiny in the shootout. It's going to be a longer run-up, this one. Chipunza just beats the keeper. And it's 4-3 to Triangle. Well, if Dynamo's missed this, Triangle are the champions. Mukuruma can't quite get there. This is big pressure. It looks like Devin Shaffer to take it. No, it's not. It's Thomas Magorimbo. Magorimbo will take this. He must score. Otherwise, Triangle win the cup. Thomas Magorimbo! He's put it wide! And David has slain Goliath here at the National Sports Stadium. 4-3 on penalties. Triangle have won it. An incredible upset. They soldiered on with 10 men. Dynamos have lost 2 trophies this season on penalties. The Independence Cup back in April, and now the $80,000 One Wallet final. What a massive, massive win for Triangle. A bit cooler at night, but it's getting hotter and hotter as we get into summer here in Zimbabwe today. Then for Triangle, they have made wholesale changes. Only 4 players keep their place in the squad, as Jimmy Tigeri, Kabi Kamapa, Hardlife Mavundi and Pascal Mananga. And all the others who started last week are out. Melvin Gaki gets a start here. He's back from the African Games in Congo-Brazzaville, where he played for the under-23 national team. Tafadzwa Dube on the bench for her. Triangle going to take here. Here's Tichaona Chipunza, who was with the national under-23 team along with Melvin Gaki in the Congo-Brazzaville at the African Games. Both players did see action there. James Jam with the Chipunza muscling in. Osborne Mukuradare. Jimmy Zingai with a bald head. Mukuradare. Mananga. That's Chipunza, and Tigere can't get there. Tichaona Chipunza, this youngster, anchors the midfield for Triangle. Chipunza, Zingai, Derwin Piri. So Kelvin Kaindu assisted by Biggie Zuze, who was the Triangle head coach last season. Chibea, James Jam, Zingai and Chipunza. Chipunza, now here comes Osborne Mukuradari, but Jimmy Zingai beats him to it. Gasai, Chipunza, half an hour gone. Triangle looking the better side so far, but Harare City plenty of chances of their own. Goalless between Cholocho and FC Platinum, and between Chapungu and Buffaloes. 35 yards out, this one. Chipunza goes for goal. Ambitious from the defensive link man. Still Mukuradari finding it difficult up front, with Zingai and Mwinga affording him very little space. Bustling striker, Mananga with a touch. Chipunza and Zingai. Good first half display this from Triangle. Mukumba, Chipunza, Zingai. Muyendi is back on, having had treatment. Mwinga. And that's not the best of clearances from Crispin Dixon. Manondo. Tugere and Pasca Mananga. That one didn't work out for Triangle, but they're looking pretty composed. Good teams. So Chipunza was playing for Zimbabwe just a couple of weeks ago in Congo-Brazzaville at the African Games. He got game time at the tournament where Zimbabwe went out at the group stage. Into the final minute of the first half then. Can Triangle go ahead from here? That's a poorly taken one. Chipunza. Oh, Zingai, Jimmy Zingai cracks it goalward. The centre-back brings a Maxwanyam Panidengo into action. Beautifully taken on the half volley. Getting too much of the ball up front in the first half. Chipunza. Pasca Mananga. Another nice build-up for Triangle. Muyendi. Derwin Piri. A free-flowing first half it was, and Oh, pull back there, no doubt about that. Chipunza, shirt pulling, deserves a yellow, I would fancy, on William Nondo. Went for his arm and seemed to pull the shirt. Just trying to argue his cause there. This gifted young defensive linkman, and the inevitable outcome is a yellow card for Chipunza. He grabs the arm and the shirt was pulled as well. A wide open game this. Anything could happen in this second half. Either side capable of winning even by a couple of goals. So it's going to be Temendlovu with the free kick. Mukuradare. Dixon. Crispin Dixon. Too many men in the way. Gaki.
Stadium. Good afternoon and welcome to Mandawa Stadium. The top 8 teams from last season battle it out for top honours. And this afternoon we've got a double header for you. First up, Harare City are taking on Triangle.
Ahead of the second match. Chipunza. Good guy in midfield. Some defending then. Chivet. Chipunza. Kusatuko. Chipunza. Lovely performance from him coming in as a second half substitute in midfield. Makota. Chipunza. Some pushing. And at this time it will go out for a throw-in to Harare City. Chiora so behind it as we are approaching the end. It comes in to take it. The fourth penalty, then a bit of pressure on him, and Triangle just to try and take the lead here in the one wallet quarter-final clash. Chipunza comes up now to take the penalty, then, and he does well to convert. It's 4-3. The pressure reverts back once more to Harare City. And it's going to be James Cham. Sudden death. Bamusi with the task of keeping City in this match with the penalty then. It's an easy one in the end, and a Triangle win it on penalties, 7-6.
Useful midfielder. Kabi Kamapa is off. So Chipunza on. He's a really useful youngster, is Chipunza. Only 20 years old. Choenda. Chipunza. Tona. Nelson. Jimmy Zingai is advanced from the back for that one. So they're trying their best to get a goal. So the semi-finals, the venues to be confirmed, but FC Platinum will play Black Rhinos unless we see an onslaught of late goals here, and Highlanders will play Harare City. The league and the sponsors will chat and decide where they want those games to take place. Chipunza's corner. It's going to be one on the other side. Could be very costly for Chicken Inn, that result yesterday. How Mine too far behind as it looks now on 30 points, but a win today would help them.
So this is how they will line up today, a triangle. It's a 4-4-2 formation. We heard Kelvin Kayindu there trying to remove pressure from himself and his boys as well, but it looks like a genuine title run.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. In that formation there, Muyendi will be the chief striker. I don't think Mananga will be playing as an out-and-out striker here because he's a very mobile kind of player. At the back there is Dumisani Ndlovu, former Highlanders centre-back, and Jimmy Tigere, the captain, has been a good servant to the club. Anchoring the midfield, Tichaona Chipunza, who's been on the fringes of the national team. Triangle still drives things for the Sugar Boys. Chipunza, Kamapa, Mananga, Juayei, Rukwani. Good build-ups we've been seeing throughout from Triangle. Chipunza and Lamagnamo. Nelson overlaps. Marere. Tichaona Chipunza, really talented young player. The defensive link for Triangle. Devon Chaffer continues to play a midfield role for Al Mine as the defensive link rather than a centre-back. Rupera, attacking midfielder, has had his moments. Timothy January hasn't really come to life in the game so far. Gutu. Still all this room continues to be available in the Triangle half, but the Halmine players have to beat that offside trap to get there. Rupera loses out. Chipunza, good play. And Dia has to commit.
It takes something really special. Those are the goal attempts, 6-8. And on target, Triangle United dominated things there. Halmine have had their share with the 4.
Well, 9 shots on target. That's a lot in the first half. Kamapa to Juayei, so it shows you what an attacking game this has been. Muyendi's the man in the middle, but they can't pick him out. Goals, but a lot of goal attempts, a lot of those on target. Fast football, good atmosphere.